Hello, I am DGC4, and today my topic is going to be about EV vehicles. Are they better for our environment, or are gas-powered vehicles just still reigning supreme? My stance today is going to be why EV vehicles are actually producing way less pollution, less carbon footprint, less greenhouse gases, and the cumulative of these facts are way outweighing the effects of choosing gas-powered vehicles. Today, I'm going to grab your attention by showing you my car. This is my car. You might wonder why I'm showing you my Tesla. Probably not, because I'm on the Pro, and it's my Tesla. So I'm going to do it inside of Tilly. That's her name. That is my Tesla's name. This is important to me, this topic, because I believe that our environment is very important to us for economical reasons, for health reasons. No matter which way you cut it or slice it, this is going to be something that affects you eventually, whether you like it or not. And it's going to also affect me. So that makes me pretty upset. And even the government should worry about this because economically, it's more sound to do EV vehicles for so many reasons. Because the environment, if it collapses, you have no economy. That's my point. My credibility here is going to be about how I'm really passionate. Obviously, I own a Tesla, and I've done a lot of research about this topic. My thesis to you is we should push policies on increasing EV production because they are more environmentally friendly than gas-powered vehicles, even when factoring in all the production and overall maintenance, because it has already been confirmed that they produce no NO2 gases. So on to our pros. The U.S. actually is supporting EV vehicles greatly. They should be. They actually made a Inflation Reduction Act called the IRA. I found this out in the Economist, which I don't think is a real word. But I do have trouble saying it. And, you know, the industry is growing. It's a $1.2 trillion industry. It's so much money is going into it. Widespread EV adoption will completely eliminate vehicle particle pollution. And this is important because I don't know if you know this, but your health vastly is dependent on the air quality in your area. I know this because when masks were around, I was reading studies about how during COVID that these masks actually were saving people's lives, or not saving, but more so increasing the expectancy and reducing heart failures and all these other issues within the lungs. And it was later proven that it was because this pollution that is in our air was being caught in the mask and was leading better air quality. So yeah, if you're driving a gas-powered car, you're probably going to die eventually. So another little things I have, little fun facts. I want to kind of wrap it up because there's a lot. I have so many pros. It's unbelievable. But some of them is, there's a 25% reduction in particle pollutants compared to gas-powered vehicles. This is the overall, including the tailpipe emissions. You might be wondering, why is this so low? It's because, I don't know if you guys know this. When you brake, when you use tires, it still releases particles. And it's still releasing stuff in the air. So EVs aren't the complete solution to that. But my little refute to that is that we have something called regenerative braking in our EVs. My car has it, a lot of Teslas have it, and it's reducing the overall wear of brakes, which is great. And it actually takes that and converts it back into energy, which is very efficient and very cool. And then I'm just going to round it back to this. There's been multiple studies about this, professors, group modelings about this. They weren't perfect group models, but they basically just talked about how the overall thing, like that they've studied about the production and everything, is basically doing my work for me. They said it was way better. So I'm just going to trust them on that, but I'm also going to still give you some information. That was actually given to me by the National Center for Biotechnical Information. And it was a nice article. Anyways, I'm going to go on to the cons. The International Energy Agency, the IEA, says that electric vehicles require 6 times the mineral inputs of gasoline-powered vehicles, this including mining the metals, because making those big batteries is very caustic to our environment. It's incredibly bad. And the reason why it's bad is because we use a lot of water during that, and in a process called fracking, and this one leads to the destruction of rainforest property. It also leads to the pollution of water sources, and those water sources lead to different groups and societies in Latin America, which therefore leads to worse overall health, and it's a very sad thing. But my refute to this is that companies are introducing green lithium mining. They're usually naturally occurring renewable geothermal energy to power these lithium mining operations. The startups are actually called Vulcan and Cornish Lithium. This is a source overall, and for the cons in my refute, was found by the downside of electric cars, which have the upside in it, ironically. My conclusion is that EVs are going to be proven to be more economically, more eco-friendly than gas-powered vehicles in all aspects, even when factoring in the production and maintenance in the equation. And having more representatives push more policies to help adopt these into our society will exponentially increase its effectiveness, and in turn will not only help heal our environment, but also ourselves. The adoption of EVs is what determines their effectiveness on its goals and our ecosystems, which is currently more beneficial than gas-powered vehicles by a long shot, and it needs to be taken action, and we need to make representation happen. So my thing is to you is to help these policies be put in place. Please. Thank you.